The storm has finally broken over Westminster. Parliament is no more. In a moment that will echo through British history, King Charles has exercised a rare and seldom used royal power, dissolving Parliament amid a backdrop of unprecedented national turmoil and political breakdown. This seismic move has sent shockwaves through the United Kingdom, marking a turning point that historians and citizens alike will reflect on for generations to come. Make no mistake, this isn't just political chaos. It's a reckoning, a national moment of truth. Keir Starmer's so-called Brexit reset has backfired so catastrophically that the Crown itself had to step in to restore a sense of order, dignity, and control to a nation spiralling into crisis. This is not business as usual. While Labour crumbles under the weight of its own contradictions and missteps, and the Tories stumble in a fog of irrelevance, confusion, and internal strife, only one figure stands tall in the rubble: Nigel Farage. A man once dismissed as a fringe populist now appears as the last political leader with clarity, consistency, and conviction. Welcome back to Britain Times. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe with the bell on. It makes a huge difference. It helps us grow and ensures we can continue to bring you the hard-hitting, unfiltered stories that matter most to ordinary British citizens. We don't rely on corporate donors or political parties. We rely on you. Now, let's get back to the heart of the crisis. Starmer promised stability. He stood at the dispatch box, toured the media studios, and offered calm words in calm tones. He sold himself as a steady hand in turbulent times. But instead of delivering that promised stability, he handed Britain's future back to Brussels. Under his so-called Brexit reset, EU judges were reinstalled into the British legal framework, reversing years of sovereignty achieved through democratic struggle. British industries, once the backbone of our economy and identity, were sold off to the highest bidders, often foreign interests with no commitment to British workers, towns, or values. And perhaps most gallingly, our waters. Yes, our national waters, the pride of our coastal communities and a symbol of our independence, were handed back to EU fishing fleets until 2037. That's over a decade of foreign trawlers draining our resources under a deal signed without proper debate or public scrutiny. Starmer called it mending fences. The rest of us called it something else entirely: betrayal. A quiet, creeping betrayal that reversed the voice of the people and buried the hopes of millions under the smiling guise of diplomacy. Let's be absolutely clear. This wasn't a mere policy misstep. It was far more than that. It was a full-scale reversal of the Brexit vote, a stunning act of political audacity, a slap in the face to the 17.4 million people who went to the polls in 2016 and chose sovereignty, self-determination, and freedom from Brussels bureaucracy. While Starmer schmoozed at Davos, rubbing shoulders with the global elite and clinking champagne glasses with unelected EU bureaucrats, British communities were left to rot. Fishermen, pensioners, steelworkers, small business owners, they all cried foul, but no one in power was listening. Why? Because Starmer doesn't work for them. He doesn't serve their interests. He serves the elites, the same transnational elites who have grown rich and powerful off the back of Britain's decline. Starmer governs for the gallery of globalists, not the British people, and the consequences of that reality are now laid bare for all to see. And then came the final insult, the last straw for many, a so-called youth mobility scheme, packaged and sold to the public as a cultural exchange, an opportunity for young people to broaden their horizons. But in truth, it was freedom of movement through the back door. No clear numbers, no cap, no parliamentary debate, just an open-ended commitment to once again allow free entry, undermining British workers and public services in the name of progress. The fury grew. The streets murmured. Backbenchers panicked. Rumours swirled. The public's patience snapped. And finally, the king, a figure of unity, heritage, and stability, stepped into the fray. A man rarely seen in direct political conflict acted decisively. Parliament was dissolved. In doing so, King Charles issued a powerful message. The system had cracked under the weight of its own lies, corruption, and betrayal of the democratic mandate. The social contract had been torn apart. This is the official channel of Britain Times. We only share authentic and verified UK news. We do not upload fake news or misinformation. Thank you for trusting Britain Times. Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for daily updates. Stay connected for reliable UK news and updates.